Assalamu alaikum. I'm Tahrim Kobir. Today I'm here to make a review presentation on Towards a Practical Framework for Evaluating Software Architecture from a Quality Perspective. Thank you, my honorable sir, Muhammad Iftekhar Alam Ifat, for choosing a nice and interesting paper for me. Here is about my slide contents. Contribution, problems, solution, methods, how the methods work, result analysis, research findings, limitation, interests, new work or idea. Here is about the contribution. The author of the paper has proposed a framework which is comprised with 9 architectural design patterns which enables the new software architects to infer the system's quality requirements and tactics given its software architectural blockline diagram. Here is about the problems with existing methods. There's so many existing methods such as layered architecture, pipeline filtering. Here the author has considered the subset of quality attributes using different existing methods. These methods are very complex to use as the novice architect has to learn from the zero. The dependency comes with an additional cost and limits the scope of knowledge to the involved participants' experience. This occurs from receiving several kind of user inputs. To the best of our knowledge, none of the existing works recommend the necessary software tactics to achieve various quality attributes. Now I'm going to the next slide. Here is about the solution with a new framework. Here, the figure represents my the author's proposing new framework, which takes user input as image, and it extracts the image and collects the information and it stores it into a database. Now I'm going to the next slide. Here is about the methods we use in this framework. First of all, estimating the architectural pattern existing in image. That means which architectural pattern is considered and how and from where and why we will choose and which techniques will be used. And extracting the software component levels, connection levels, and other text present in the image. It means which techniques was used to perform this step and what was the rationale behind this selection. And the last one is mapping the identified architectural patterns. That means it will work with quality attributes and how this will be considered and from where it will be considered. Now I'm going to the next slide. Here is about in details how the methods work. First of all, estimating the architectural pattern existing in image. We have to extract image features, software components, and the interconnection present in the input image. We have to match each image with the all remaining images in the database for the similarity. Later, these components levels have also been extracted and the information will be stored into a database. Now I'm going to the next slide. Here is about determining the software components present in the image. Basically, our framework also estimates the architectural patterns present in the input image by obtaining top k matches from the matching score file, where the k is a small constant manageable in further processing. One method can be used in another class. Now I'm going to the next slide. Here is about mapping the architectural patterns with quality attributes and tactics. Here we consider the complete set of quality attributes as defined by ISO or IEC 25010 standard. To derive the information of tactics required to achieve the quality attributes, we utilize the existing literature as mentioned above. As mentioned above means as we have mentioned previous. Here is about our result analysis. This new framework basically it provides high performance when we use two class or few classes. Then the accuracy level is very high. It is about 98.46%. But when we use about 9 classes, then the accuracy level means the correct recognition rate is seen 62.65%. It can be said that the CRR rate and the CRR is going to decrease when we increase the number of classes. Here is about the findings from our research. We have limited time variations, and the experimental group shows a better hold on robustness than the control group. As we work and or conduct the framework with two groups. One is the experimental group, and the another one is the control group. Here is about the accuracy chart, time performance chart, and the robustness chart. Now I will tell you about the limitations of this proposing framework. Several threats affect the validity of the work. The framework cannot detect the patterns not considered currently, and thus does not comment about their quality attributes or tactics. The images have been acquired from the web, and so it is seen that the image quality sometimes is very poor, and so it is very problematic to extract the information from the image. Lastly, the experiments conducted with the control group and the experimental group may have some loopholes, and it is a great problem and great issues. Here is about my personal interest from after reading this paper. I wanna add some new patterns as the author has enlisted here nine architectural design patterns. I want to enrich this framework by adding more, and I want to solve the loopholing problem with the control group and experimental group. And I want to conduct the research to increase the accuracy rate. Here is about the new work to be done. What can be done? I think I can propose a new framework to detect any kind of pattern. Here, this framework will detect any kind of architectural pattern, and it will develop and I will develop an application based on the framework in future. Thank you everyone for being with me.